How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to Salvage Auto Rebuilds, where today, as you guys can see, we are going to be putting the Lexus IS300 back together because, yeah, we've done the paint job in the last episode, and what I've gone and done yesterday is I did spray everything with some clear coat, so we are going to be ready to put this onto the car hopefully today, and also get it polished up so that it's going to match the rest of the paintwork on the car. And yeah, you might also notice there's a bunch of parts laying over there. So those are the new interior parts for our Chevy Camaro. So these are all going to go back into the car today, and it's going to make our car look a whole lot better on the interior at least. So I think that is pretty good that we managed to track down a full set of black interior. So yeah, unfortunately it's a little bit hard to come by different colors of interior for this car, so we're just going to roll with the black. We still got the old center console, which is still in fairly decent condition, so we're just going to go ahead and reuse that. Now, as for the Lexus here, we still need to mount the radiator and also get the coolant topped off, so we've got 2 bottles of coolant for that. And we are also going to be filling up the oil a little bit because we are kind of a little bit low. Yeah, so I think 1 bottle of oil should sort that out. And then this thing is going to be ready to go back to its owner, guys. So yeah, I'm actually quite stoked about this, and we are going to be able to finish that project today. And as for the Ford F100 over here, guys, we managed to track down a tailgate and a fender from the junkyard, and I actually ordered 2 brand new rocker panels because both of the rocker panels on this truck is quite a bit rusty, and we are also missing a door mirror on the left hand side. So I picked up these 2, which are smaller ones. I think they're going to look a little bit better than these I don't know, almost West Coast style mirrors. I don't know exactly if that is what they are, but yeah, we're going to be taking those off and just mounting the smaller ones, similar to the ones that we've got on our very own truck here, guys. So I think that's going to look a little bit better. Well, at least in my opinion. And then my plan is we are going to go through this truck and just see if we can take care of some of the rust on the body. As I said, we've got a little bit of rust on both the rocker panels. The other one has got a hole through it, so yeah, since our MIG welder is broken, I think it's just going to be better for us to go ahead and just replace both the rocker panels. So, I think let's get cracking. We are going to need our toolbox, which is conveniently facing that way. Okay, so yeah, we kind of sort of started prepping stuff already this morning, and I think today we are going to have a pretty good day on a Saturday. So, yeah, let's put this over here. I think that'll work. And let's start with I think the first part over here, which is the hood. Alright, looking a whole lot better now that it's painted. Alright, so let's see if we can get this thing mounted real quick. Should be simple, and everything should line up if everything is nice and straight on the bodywork, which it does. And that paint is an absolute perfect match. So yeah, I think Lewis just knows his stuff when he's mixing paint for us, guys. So now we're going to grab the fender. Let's get the fender on here real quick. Alright, I should have actually left the hood open, but it's okay. Alright, let's just zip this thing down. And just like that, this little car is coming together already. Although it's not really a little car, but yeah, you know what I mean. Alright, so next up is the side skirt. Now this we actually just need to pop onto the car, so let's go ahead and do it like this. Okay, so this should just snap on like that. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good, so that is nice and tight. Alright, next up will be the front bumper. Alright, let's go ahead and put this on the car. I think this is gonna be a little bit of a major change. Alright, now we just gotta figure out where these bolts are. I think it's those right over there is the first one. And round about somewhere over here we should find the other one. Fair enough, there it is. Alright, so that is looking good. So we are just missing the 2 fog lights, which are still over here on the table. This one is for the left-hand side, I believe. Looks like it. So let's go ahead and just pop it into there. That is looking a little bit better. Right, and we'll grab the other one. Alright, just go ahead and pop this onto there. Alright, so that is coming together very nicely so far, guys. We are just going to be polishing up these bits and pieces after everything is done and dusted here. And we can also probably put these barrels back behind the little wall over there. Alright, let's see if we can get this door mounted as well. This should go pretty simple, I think. Alright, there we are. Yeah, everything lines up pretty good by the looks of it. So let's go ahead and get this window back in, and then we are going to install the door mirror over there, which is going to need a screwdriver. We can also actually use these tools, because I started getting some backup tools, you know, for our little workbench there. And we'll just grab the door panel here real quick and then get this thing zipped down. And I believe that is everything that needs to go back onto this car, guys. So let's just go ahead and put this screwdriver back there. Wait a second, I was actually talking a little bit too fast there. We need to get the radiator in first of all. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. Okay, just get this thing bolted down. That is looking pretty good. Okay, so now we've got radiator hoses. This is the lower one. Okay, let's see. I should have actually mounted this before we put the radiator on, but it's okay. We will still manage this. Okay, the upper one should be a little bit easier to do. Okay, so yeah, this one goes on this side somewhere. Okay, let's just see if we get it on here properly. There we go. Alright, I think that is it, guys. Now, I think let's maybe tackle the polishing work. Yeah, let's bring our wrench back to the toolbox over here. Okay, so we should still have the polishing disc somewhere. I don't know where it is. Maybe it came off the grinder. I think it did, probably. Okay. Now I don't know where I put the polishing disc, guys. Let me see if I can find it real quick, and then we're going to just see if we can polish this car up. I thought it was down there, but that's a brake disc. Okay. Alright, so I found the polishing disc, guys. So it was actually right in the bottom of the toolbox there. It actually dropped down. No idea how that thing came off the ink grinder, but okay. We are going to go ahead and polish up this door real quick. Now I think that is going to look a whole lot better. Yeah, that is actually... it kind of matches the rest of the paintwork now. Alright, the door mirror, we didn't do anything to that, so that is still looking kind of decent. Alright, let's polish up this fender over here a little bit. Just get it looking all nice and shiny, and then we'll move over to the bumper here. Just gotta polish all of the paintwork. Just a teeny tiny bit. Get it looking all nice and matching to the rest of the car. Alright, that is looking pretty decent. Okay, and I think now the last thing we need to do is the hood. Let's just go ahead and close it up. Okay, and we're just going to give it a little bit of a polish here and there. Just make sure this thing is going to look as good as it can. Yeah, I think that is actually much better. Alright, let's just get over to the other side here. Yeah, notice this hood has got a very slight bulge there in the middle. It's almost as if it's like a cowl hood, but not really. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but yeah, it's got a little hump over there in the middle, which I thought at first it was damaged, but yeah, it turns out that seems to be kind of symmetrical. I don't know if you guys can really see it on camera, but yeah, there we go. I think that is good enough, guys. We've managed to get this thing sorted out, so the only thing I'm going to do real quick is just fill up the radiator with some coolant, and then we are going to also just top up the oil a little bit, and then I think this car would be good to go. We haven't really driven this car yet since it got here, but I'm pretty sure everything will be fine with it. So let's go ahead and do the coolant first, and then we're going to see if this thing still fires up and runs and drives, and hopefully it won't overheat. So yeah, let me sort this out and I'll bring you guys back once we know what's going for what with this beautiful Lexus IS 300. Alright, and there we are, right on the money. It's a teeny tiny bit overfilled, but I think it's better that way. And also the radiator is also nice and full of coolant now, so that is sorted, guys. So I think we are ready to try and see if this thing is gonna start up again. So we did test this last time when we installed the engine, so I think everything should hopefully check out. So let's go ahead and just find the ignition switch here and turn the key, and there we go. Alright, moment of truth. Alright, she goes into gear. And yeah, she's quite a peppy one. Alright guys, I think that is pretty well done. We managed to get this thing up and running for the customer. after the previous mechanic shop didn't sort it out for them. So yeah, I call that a win. That is definitely a very nice achievement, getting a good old car like this back on the road. And just look at that thing, guys. It is actually looking pretty good. I think we did good. And yeah, on to the next one, guys. So next up, we are going to start putting our Camaro back together. We're just going to leave the Lexus over there because now it is ready for our customer to collect it. So they will probably get this thing tagged again and put license plates on it. So yeah, I think we did pretty good. All right, so now the Camaro is out of commission because it doesn't have any pedals, any interior. I actually stripped the pedals off as well and the handbrake lever. So we got to take all of this stuff over to the Camaro and get it installed. So I don't know where to start. Let's maybe start with the... Yeah, what is this? This is our carpet, okay? So the carpet can go back in. Okay, now it's just going to be a matter of trying to get this thing back into the car. Okay, we should manage this. Let's go ahead and squeeze it up in there. Alright, so carpet is back in. And I actually wonder if I shouldn't move the F100 out of the way and see if it still fires up, because it's been sitting for a day now and haven't done anything to it further. Alright, so let's grab the headliner. Okay, brand new headliner. I think this is going to look so much better in the car. We are going to need a wrench for this. Let's just get that in first of all. Okay, and now let's go and grab the wrench. We'll use the backup wrench over here. I think that's going to work just as well. So let's go ahead and get in here and just zip it down. Okay. Alright, so that is headliner in. It doesn't really look like it's the right headliner. I don't know. We'll just have to double check. Maybe it's a little bit of a different one, but it doesn't really matter. Maybe as we put the rest of the parts in, things are going to come together. Okay, this one goes over there. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we'll bolt it down there. Looking good. Okay, let's grab the other rear panel like that one for the left hand side. I even picked up a new steering wheel for the Camaro, guys, which is I think gonna look a little bit better. We'll just check it out because yeah, I've still got the other steering wheel that came off the car, which was in decent condition, the Grand Classics, I think. So we'll try and see if that one is gonna look good in our F100 eventually. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the center console in, and then we'll get the dashboard in with our brand new cluster as well. Okay, so there's our center console. And it's freaking dark, guys. I don't know what is up with the weather again. It's just cloudy. It doesn't rain anymore these days. It's just a little bit cloudy. And looks like it wants to rain, but then nothing happens. So, yeah, it's a bit of a concern, actually. But okay. Alright, so let's maybe do the pedals and the handbrake lever and steering column next so that we can get this thing, well, just put together again. It's going to be a lot easier to do this before the dashboard goes in, I think. Alright, I actually don't know if we had manual pedals. I think we had the wrong pedals in the car as well. So, kind of weird how that works out. But okay, we've got the right pedals in now because this car is automatic. Okay, so this is our handbrake lever, which can go back in. It's just a little bit hard to get to this bolt over here, but we'll... Yeah, there we go. We've got it. Okay, looking good. Alright, next we are going to grab the... I think this dashboard can go in, but we'll also grab this first of all. This is our new to us steering column. So yeah, it's a little bit different than the one we had in the car, but I think it'll still also look decent. So let's go ahead and pop it in here. And we've got a total of 3 bolts on that. Right, decent, pretty decent. Let's go and grab the new steering wheel. The Camaro steering wheel. That is a... Yeah, I don't know if this is the right steering wheel for this design or this model of Camaro, but I think it's a little bit more fitting, seeing as it is a genuine Chevy part. Alright, so now, let's see what else we've got. We've got this rear panel that needs to go in the trunk. Okay, gotta figure this out real quick. This should probably still be able to go in. Yeah, there we go. That is looking a whole lot better, man. Wow. Yeah, just like that, this thing is starting to come together already, guys. It's going to look a whole lot better just with the interior sorted. So let's quickly grab the dashboard. Okay, dashboard with our brand new cluster. Okay, so yeah, it took me quite a hot minute to find these bolts down here when we took this thing apart. So I think that is a little bit better now that we know where to bolt this thing down. Alright, zip it down over there, and that is looking good. So now, the only thing that we need to do is the seats. Our two seats are over there, and then we've got our rear seat over here, which can go back in. Yeah, matching black seat. So I got rid of the old seat that we had, although it wasn't too bad. I think it's just better to have matching interior, guys. So there we go. Full black interior, and yeah, that's going to give our car a little bit more style. Okay, so let's get our passenger seat in. Okay, yeah, this one actually just goes in like here, and then we'll zip it down nicely. Make sure all of these bolts are tightened up. Alright, I think that is looking good. Okay, so now we need to grab our other seat for the driver's seat. Well, driver's side. Okay, get this into the car. Okay, slap it in here and just zip it all down nicely. Looking good, guys. I think that is coming along very nicely. Now, the last two pieces of the puzzle is going to be these door cards. This is for the driver's side. Okay, let's go ahead and slap this one on over there. Yeah, that is looking pretty good. Alright, so these just pop into place. They don't have any screws or bolts or anything like that. So, kind of a decent design if you ask me. You can just pop them on and off. Maybe not an ideal thing for in the long run when you are going to be, you know, taking it off and on a lot to fix other issues under the door. But yeah, there we go. Camaro should be back up and running, guys. And there's a teeny tiny little detail that I still need to do. Let's go and see if I put it somewhere over here. Okay, there's the old steering wheel. So this is our Z28 badge for the dashboard. So let's just see if I can put this back on there. Okay. Alright, let's just hunker into here, and there we go. And that is back into place, guys. So that is the final little detail to this car. Well, at least on the interior. Now, I'm not too sure if I should be worried about the bodywork. You know, sorting out the blemishes and the little bit of rust that's on the car. It's going to take a little bit of careful planning, because I think we should be able to do that without maybe having to replace everything on the car. This might be a little bit of an issue. This sticker over here might have to come off, and I might not be able to put it back. But yeah, in terms of the accents around the bottom of the car, the white, those parts seem to be looking good. And maybe even those can come off separately. I don't know. I haven't really checked that, you know, it out at all. So I don't know. It's going to be a gamble, guys, because I really don't want to disrupt the paint job on this car. The current patina that it's got works with it, and we all know this thing is at least now mechanically sound. I just don't know if we should really bother with the bodywork, because it looks okay. I like the look of it, guys. It's got character. Let's call it that. It's got some decent character. Alright, so I wanted to see if I can get this mounted. So this is our tailgate for the F100. So, you know, I actually should clean this up first. So let's just bring this over here and see what the condition is of this thing. Oh, would you look at that? We've got a little bit of paint missing there by the looks of it, but it doesn't look too bad. But we are going to be repainting this thing. It looks like it's actually completely faded. There's no clear coat on this. Alright, well, I don't know if that is rust. It almost looks like a speck of rust. I don't know. We are going to be doing some sandblasting, so we'll see if we can take care of that. Alright, now this thing, I think it's got a bolt right over there. And there should be another one on this side. Okay, let's just see if we can get to it. Over there, okay. Right, what's going on back here? I saw some rust, but I don't know if it's the frame rails. It doesn't look like it now. Yeah, it's probably just some parts we need to clean up a bit better. We'll see. Okay, let's bring this over here. Alright, that's our replacement passenger side fender. get this thing washed up a bit. Yeah, it's just a little bit of dust. Once again, the same blue. So this came off the same truck, the donut truck that we found in the junkyard. Alright, so there we go. We'll just leave it like that and get it back onto the truck, or, well, put it on the truck. Because we were missing this fender, and I think it's going to look a little bit more complete now with this. Although the panels aren't matching, at least it's going to be there. And we can at least paint it any color we need. So, yeah, there we go. Let's just zip it down. Alright, looking good so far, guys. I think that's actually a perfect fit. Looks like the gaps and everything line up. I don't see any dents on the bodywork, but we are going to have to inspect that. So I think let's maybe do this. Yeah, let's bring the pickup truck inside the yard, and I want to see if this thing still fires up. Okay, man, I still need to see if I can find some sort of an interior for this truck. Alright, well, yeah, she actually fires up pretty easily now. A lot of smoke coming from our headers because we don't have our exhaust installed. So I still need to work on the engine as well. So we'll see what we manage to do today. I might actually rip this engine out and just see what parts we're going to need to get this thing sorted. So now I'm going to just start working on the bodywork, because we've got a couple of panels that we can actually replace, like these rocker panels. Yeah, you guys see that's the rusty hole over there. So I think it's just better to replace it and get that sorted. Okay, so this one is for the passenger side. Okay, so let's go ahead and put it down over here. Okay, and then we're going to do this one. Okay, on the other side. Yeah, that's going to go onto there. Alright, and then our mirror. I think this can actually go onto this door now. Although we are going to be sandblasting this thing. So let's maybe not mount the accessories, because we need to take all of the other bits and pieces off as well. Actually, yeah, swapped some of the tires around, because we had another rim like this in black that came off the Lexus. So my plan is we are going to also paint the other one black. Maybe get some chrome hubcaps for this thing and then see what it looks like. So yeah, that is going to be a matching wheel for our truck in black, and then the other one will be pretty much a spare tire, which we'll also probably remove the tire and paint that room the same color, so that we've got a matching set of, you know, black wheels all around for this truck. Alright, so we are going to need to cut the panels off, and I think the best thing to do would be to take the battery out if we are going to be welding and all of that. Alright, let's just take this out of the bed as well. We'll put it down over there. Alright, so the battery can come out. Okay, so now, wonder what the condition is of this battery. Well, it's still fairly decent, guys. This battery looks like it has been replaced, so I don't know what the story is with that, but okay. Alright, let me just put this wrench back there, because I think we are going to use the tools from the toolbox when we carry on with this. Let me just put this angle grinder in here as well. There we go. All the tools are packed nicely, and then we'll just move this somewhere over here. Okay, let's get our trusty old plasma cutter. Okay, so that we can cut those rockers off real quick. Alright, so there's also a bit of rust here, but we should be able to get that removed with our sandblaster, so we'll see. I think those are the only two welds holding these things in, so yeah, that is trash. We're gonna get rid of that. We'll get this one onto here. Okay, replacement panel. Okay, we are going to need our welding machine for this, so let's just grab it again. Might have to grab some more electrodes, but we'll see how this works out. Yeah, it's a pity our other welder packed up, you know, the MIG welder. Because that was actually a very nice welding machine. It's just a pity that it broke now, so... Well, it is what it is. Okay, so we're going to need the plasma cutter on the other side now for the other one. Let's go ahead and chop this off. Right over there. And there. And then we'll put that back onto there. And there's our old one, which I think this one should have been savable, but... yeah, what the heck. Might as well do both of them while we are at it. Because they weren't expensive. These were like, I think, $50 each, so... Yeah, let's just get them both on, and then at least our rocker panels are going to be solid. Okay, and come on, just Murphy's Law. We're going to need another freaking electrode just for that one weld. Okay, let's just leave that over there. Come here, there we go. Alright, let's go and put this on our welding handle over here. Alright, looking good, and weld that up. Alright, so now I didn't go through the rest of the bodywork thoroughly, because I figured we are going to do that now as we are going to be stripping everything off that we don't want to get sandblasted. So let's get cracking, guys. I think let's start at the front. Alright, so get our grill off of here, and that way we can also inspect everything and see what the condition are of these parts. The grill might be good, I don't know, but I think this might actually be a very nice thing for us to maybe chrome plate up, you know. So let's start stacking the parts over here as we take them off. Yeah, the front bumper also looks a little bit faded. I don't know if it's going to be suitable to really re-chrome this bumper. I don't know, we'll see, guys. It's going to be a whole lot of things that we can still do to this truck, and it also depends on how far I want to go with this restoration. But I think this truck deserves a little bit of, you know, a second chance at life. Yeah, let's just call it that. Okay, how does this antenna come off? Is that like bolted down somewhere? Maybe under the fender here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so now we can take this off. Okay, and that is that's actually toast. I might have to get a new antenna for this truck, but yeah, we'll see. Alright, get this West Coast mirror off. Oh, come on, just make sure we get through the bolts there. Okay, there it is. Okay, so that is quite a sizable mirror. This one is actually in still fairly decent condition, but I think our new smaller ones are going to look the part on this truck. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the pry tool. I think the pry tool will get this panel off. Which this panel isn't bad, but I don't know. I'm not really vibing the blue interior on this truck, guys. We'll see if we can find a different color interior for it. Alright, we're going to take this window crank out with the glass mounted. Window crank still seems to be decent, so we can go ahead and probably reuse that one. Okay, no small windows on there. We're going to have to take out the rear glass. Those taillights should be able to pop out. Okay, and let's maybe get the bench seat out of here. Okay. Alright, yeah. I don't know why they painted these things yellow. It looks a little bit weird in yellow, but okay. Oh, I actually see this thing has got extra bolts. Alright, yeah, that's going to be a bit tricky to get to. Oh, let's go and get the other ones as well. Alright. Yeah, so there are 8 bolts total on this bench seat, guys, which is insane, but okay. Yeah, that bench seat definitely seen some better days. Alright, well, we'll see what we're going to do with the interior on this car. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop out this door panel on this side so we can also get this checked out. Which the 2 door cards are actually in decent condition, but once again, I don't really like the blue. It doesn't really suit the truck as much. Alright, now let's go... where did I put the wrench now? It's probably down here. Okay, let's go ahead and take this window crank out of this side as well. Just get a bit of an idea of what the condition is of this thing. Yeah, see, both the window lifters are good. The glass looks decent, so I think that's good enough to go back into this truck. I mean, yeah, if we could save a little bit of money by not having to do everything, that's good. Alright, pop out this broken rear glass, so that's definitely going to have to be replaced, so I just hope I'm going to be able to find one of these. Yeah, that might be a bit of a problem to find if we don't... I didn't actually check if the junkyard truck that we took the fender and tailgate off had one. Might be worthwhile checking that out. Okay, but the windshield still seems decent, which is also a good thing. So we don't have to worry about that then. So next up, yeah, I don't know if we should really bother with the rest of the interior. We might have to take it out, but I think everything needs to be probably replaced anyway. So let's get a screwdriver and just see how this dash comes out. You know, dashboards are kind of my nemesis, guys. You've been seeing that with the Camaro. But it looks like we are getting this one out. Not too many issues, hopefully. Okay, there's a screw over there and one over there. Okay, there's our dash. Yeah, dashboard isn't the greatest of conditions, but if push comes to shove, we can reuse this one. But I'm going to try and see if we can get this thing looking as it should. And, well, it deserves quite a bit of a fighting chance, guys. Because, I mean, let's face it, this truck is going to be pretty decent if we can get this thing looking very good, you know. Alright, so there are the pedals. The pedals are a little bit worn. We'll probably get a new set of pedals if we can find some. Now my question is, how does this... I think these are the bolts for the steering rack. There should be two of them then. Alright, steering column, not really steering rack. Alright, come on, can we get under here? Okay, I don't know. We maybe missed that bolt, but okay, there we go. That's our steering column. Yeah, once again, if push comes to shove, we can reuse this, but I'm not a big fan of this massive steering wheel on this thing. So that's why I said, guys, I actually kept the old steering wheel that came off the Camaro, which is over here. This is a Grand Classic steering wheel. So I'm going to see if that's going to look decent in our truck. That's kind of the vibe I want to go for on this truck, maybe. So we'll see. The headliner seems to be shot, so we'll just leave that in. The gear stick shouldn't be a problem for our sandblasting process. And neither should any of the rest of the parts on this truck be. I think the... how does those cab lights come off? I don't know. That's going to be a bit of a rigmarole probably to take out. But these taillights pop out like this. So this one is quite a bit busted. And let's check this one. Yeah, they both actually are a little bit worn. I mean, this truck is what, probably like ancient. So it's better to just get new ones if we can. Alright, let's take off the rear bumper. And that's probably going to come with the tow bar, I think, the trailer hook. Yeah, it's a nice thing this truck came with it. I mean... Okay, there's a bolt there and a bolt there. I don't know if that is it. It might be. Oh, okay, so the trailer hitch is actually mounted to this panel over here. Okay. Well, that's okay. We can just take it off like this. Trailer hook is definitely a bit worn. We'll have to see what we're going to do, but the bumper looks decent. Yeah, still looks kind of good. It looks better than the front bumper. I wonder if the front bumper is just... gonna turn out the same if we get it re-chromed. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. We'll see how far we're gonna go with this. But now I think everything is stripped off and ready for sandblasting. Wait a second. I still wanted to check those those cab lights. And this also needs to come off for good measure, I guess. Let's put it over there because I want to check it out first. Okay, that arm is a little bit worn. The wiper blade looks bad. Yeah, same story with this one. It's actually kind of bad. So new wiper blades and wipers are definitely on the cards for this truck. So I wanted to check if we take the rear view mirror out real quick. Up in here. There we go. Okay, now this should also free up the... Yep, there we go. That headliner. Let's get this headliner out. I mean, we've come this far. We might as well go all the way. Get everything out. Okay, there's the rear view mirror. And that is actually in decent shape, guys. I'm gonna definitely hang on to this. See, I kind of made a pile of parts that are actually decent here, except with the exception of this. This is actually bad. Alright, that needs to be replaced. So, yeah, this is our bad parts pile. Or, well, still got the side parts. This is our bad parts. And, Okay, these are new mirrors, so I just remember that. We need to just keep track of what we are taking off. Okay, so now the gear stick might as well also come out. This is actually a pretty bad place for us to strip the truck, but I should be able to push it. Just gonna have to get a little bit creative in getting the, the truck where we need it. Okay, but this is our wiper motor. Yeah, also not the greatest. Now, I still haven't figured out how these cab lights come off. Okay, I see a bunch of screws, and those sun visors can also come off now. Alright, we'll take this one off. Yeah, this is a pretty nifty design. Sun visors staying behind after you take the headline out, but okay. We're not going to question it, guys. And then this can also come off. Okay, now we've got a ton of screws there by the looks of it. That sun visor is decent. This one is also decent. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see, guys. I don't know what color interior we are going to go for. Okay, now can we get all of these screws out for these cab lights to come off? Yeah, I think we can. Okay, let's just grab these. Alright, and they are very bad. Yeah. Alright, I'll see if I even want to put those back. I don't know, we don't need them. It's not a must to have, but okay. Alright, so, as I said, sandblasting, it's going to be the next part of the job here, guys. So, let's grab our sandblaster. And just, I don't know how much sand we've got left here. You know what, we'll just start with this, and then as we need more, we'll add some more. And if our sandblaster can't do this, I'll probably grab the angle grinder and just grind some of the stuff away. But I think since this thing is a little bit noisy, we are going to cue some music, guys, and see how this goes. And just see if we can get this rust taken care of on this thing. Alright, so I'll probably be running up and down quite a bit as I'm doing this. Alright, there we go. Let's get cracking. Alrighty, guys, I think that is about all of the rust that I could see. I don't think there's any on the roof. I haven't really checked there, so let's just hop back onto here. And just check over here. I don't see anything behind the cab here either. It looks decent. So let's check over here. Yeah, there's no rust on the roof. And the roof actually looks decent. I don't know if that has been re-clear coated, but okay. Alright, and I also did this tailgate a little bit just for good measure. And I think this thing is actually now sort of rust-free, or at least it's good enough in my opinion. So yeah, I think what we're going to do now is I'm going to see if we've got enough primer. Let's just check over here. I think this is, yeah, that's a new can of primer. And then we've got about half a can of primer paint here, which would probably do well. And we still got some other clear coat cans over here, which is good. That is the green paint from the Challenger that we painted. So yeah, looks like we've got quite a collection of paint, because I still got some more paint on the inside here as well, which will also kind of act as a primer if we really needed to. But okay, let's grab our trusty old air compressor here. Whoa, I need to bang that into the Camaro. Alright, and see if we can start priming this truck up, and then that is going to be left to cure a little bit, and then I will decide what color I'm going to be painting this truck. You guys are welcome to drop some suggestions down in the comment section, but I actually very, very much like this brown. It's like a very, very dark brown, guys. It's almost like chocolate brown. I don't know, it's actually dark chocolate brown if you ask me, but yeah, I think it'll be good if we just painted this thing the factory color, which is this brown. But I'll leave it up to you guys to decide what do you think we should do. But okay, for now, let's grab our spray gun over here and see if we can get this thing equipped with some primer, and then see if we can blast this thing with some primer over here. And let's just pick up that as well, our backpack. Okay, so I think this isn't going to be enough for the whole truck, but we never know, we'll see. Hopefully I've got enough primer in total. Okay, so there's that one in, and we can just get the lid onto here, and well, let's get cracking. So alright, so now we go. We're going to start on the tailgate over here. I think this truck bed might take a little bit more primer, but we'll see. And also, this is a very good opportunity to maybe even see some more rust as we are doing this. If we continue spraying this thing up in primer and we see some rust, we can also just get it sandblasted away real quick and see how that works out. Okay, yeah. I've got no idea if there's any rust down there. I can't really see in there, but we'll probably figure it out soon enough. Alright, well, there we go. Just be mindful of the door handles. We'll always get those things cleaned up afterwards if we need to. But okay, so let's continue on this side. This fender was quite a bit rusty, and I think we've got it all. Okay, yeah, I obviously missed some rust over there. Let's just grab our trusty old sandblaster here. Okay, let's just blast that away. There we go. That looks good. Okay. Yeah, as I said, as we are priming, we will probably also find more. So let's just continue with this, guys, and see if there's any other issues. And we are out of primer. Okay, that's a little bit concerning, because it didn't go very far, and we still haven't even done the roof or the, well, the actual bed floor. I just hope I'm going to be able to jump up here without touching the primer. But okay, where did I put the other can? Okay, there it is. Alright, because we are going to have to jump up onto the bed to get to the roof probably, because this truck is a little bit high to paint. But yeah, unfortunately this truck isn't as easy as the other truck, our other truck, to paint, because that one I could actually take the cab off. This one is a whole body on frame, or a, what do they call it, a unibody, meaning this thing is just welded into place everywhere. So I don't know, that's pretty much how it works. Sometimes you are able to take things off and just paint them a little bit easier, but sometimes you have to get a little bit creative in getting done what you need to get done. There goes our air compressor again. Okay, so this part of the truck seems to be primed up. Yeah, I'm confident we are going to make it. Alright, let me hop up here. Okay, We're going to paint the roof real quick. Come on. Let's just see if we can get up here. There we are. Yeah, I really don't want to touch the wet paint, you know, but it's fine. If we do, it's what it is. Okay, that is the roof painted. Okay, now the bed floor. Alright, let me just adjust this thing a little bit bigger. See if we can get this bed floor painted with primer. And also this. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty, well, slowly but surely we'll get there. And I'm just hopeful we're going to make it. I think we should. There we go. Alright, that is almost good enough. Alright, just a teeny tiny bit over there. And a little bit more over there. I don't know about this cab wall. I don't know how to get in there. It's going to be a whole rigmarole getting in there. But okay. So that is looking good, guys. We've managed to get this thing primed up. I did notice there's a bunch of old bad parts still on this truck. And what is that? Did I... Yep, you see. Hidden rust. Alright, let's see if we can blast at that with our sandblaster here. Don't know if we're going to get in there, but it's worth a shot. Yeah, that is actually a very awkward position for rust. Oh, this side looks fine. Yeah, there's... Oh, okay. Wait a second. I missed some on this fender over here. We can always just touch up the primer work here. Alright, so... Yeah, there's a little bit of rust on the hood as well too. Okay. Alright, well, I think now we've got most of it. If not everything, at least the bulk of it. Okay, I just don't know how much primer we've got left here, guys. I might have to go and grab some more from Lewis. Okay, but yeah, there we go. Alright, what is this? Teeny tiny bit of rust over there. Okay, let's just... Come on. Let's grab this thing. Okay, I don't want to go too crazy with sandblasting, where we're already primed a little bit, so... There we go. I think that should do the trick. Alright, cover it up there. Pretty nice. Looking good. Under the door jambs. Yeah, I don't know. There's still some rust here, but that's a little bit hard to get to. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it too much, guys. This thing is not going to be perfect. I mean, let's face it. This thing is probably from the 1970s. So, let me just check on this side. I saw something from that angle. There's a little bit more rust over here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get to that, but... Alright, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. This thing isn't going to be perfect. It's just an old truck, guys. It's probably going to become somebody's work truck once we are done with it. So, I'm not going to be worried about a little bit of hidden rust here and there. I mean, what the eye don't see, you don't really know about it. Although we know about it. But yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a catch-22 situation, guys. So, the last thing that I'm going to do now before we end today's video... I want to see if we can quickly strip out the fuel tank here from the interior. Just got to see. Okay, so there's a bolt over there. Okay. And there should be another one on this side. Because I'm also going to have to replace this. This is looking kind of bad. Alright, so I'll see if I can find a new gas tank or at least a better condition one. That'll be great. If we don't find a new one, we can at least... get a better one, hopefully. The radiator also, I don't know, let's take it out. We'll quickly inspect this and see. And we also had the engine out already. And I'm thinking maybe a full engine rebuild is definitely on the table for this truck. Yeah, radiator is not the greatest, so that's also kind of something we need to invest in then. To get this truck up and running a little bit smoother. And then I can also probably just take out this old V8 again, which is actually pretty much tired. And we are just going to have to push this truck where we need it to be from here on out until we can get the engine rebuilt. So yeah, looks like I've got another busy weekend of ordering parts and getting stuff ready for you guys in the next episode. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll get this thing sorted out, guys. It's going to be a whole lot of work, most probably, but at the end of the day, we are going to be able to make some more money because, as you guys know... Okay, what in the heck? Okay, I don't know why that came off. Okay, well, let's just put this back on here for now. Okay, are you tight now? Okay, let's go and put this on our engine stand. So we are going to see, first of all, I think the engine block itself is pretty much shot, but we'll have to check all of the parts when we strip this thing completely. And I think I've actually showed the whole stripping part of a V8 enough times in a video now, so we are going to be just doing this, maybe stripping off camera, and then I might even go as far as putting the new engine together. But I actually like showing you guys when things come together, you know, and bring them back to life like that. So that's maybe something that we can do, is just order new parts, but I'll strip the one off camera and then we'll see where we take it from there. So I think everything kind of worked out today. We managed to get the Lexus sorted, which is a big plus in my opinion. So the Lexus is good. Our Camaro's interior is looking a whole lot better. We are definitely going to be able to drive in comfort now. So we've got some brand new seats. I mean, just look at this thing. It's actually, yeah, this is so much nicer in here now. It's a whole different car just by doing the interior, guys. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you guys think we should bother with the bodywork yet. Because I don't know, I'm a bit afraid of getting these, you know, moldings on the sides or ground effects. I think they call them ground effects. Also, maybe even overspray on those. So I don't know. It's a bit of a tough one, guys. But I'll leave it up to you guys to decide if I should try this, because this is going to be an issue getting this fixed up over here. Yeah, it's going to be quite a bit of a challenge without, you know, painting over everything else. We also got a little bit of rust over there. So it's a bit of a tough one. Tough decision. I might actually have to replace the roof at the end of the day, and also this quarter panel might have to be replaced, which I don't know how we're going to match this all with paint work, because yeah, it's going to be a bit of a mission to figure out. So I think at the end of the day, I might just leave this car as it sits here, guys. If we can maybe get the roof cut off, we could maybe do the roof separately. And then it's going to be a matter of matching the paint, the color code. I don't know what the color code is of this red. So yeah, there's a whole lot of things to consider here. And I don't know, guys. You let me know if I should tackle it. But I think we'll probably only do it way later down the line. Because as you guys know, we are also trying to save up for our bigger shop. Because we had a brief look at the place up there. I'm still trying to find out if I can maybe one day go and take a tour of the place and show you guys around. That'll be great, because then we can at least know exactly what is for what with that building. But they are asking a total of $250,000 for the place, which is going to be a whole lot of money for us to save up for, you know. So, and that's why I do projects like this, so that we can make money. And also our Dodge Challenger is at auction at the time of recording this, guys. Usually these episodes are recorded a day or two in advance, so that's kind of how things just sometimes work out. So yeah, this will probably be the next one that we're going to be putting up on auction, the old F100, for those of you who has got access to it and would like to get your hands on one of these. That's going to be sorted out here on our channel. So I don't know, guys, it's going to, yeah, just be one of those things. We'll have to see how it goes. And yeah, on that note, as the weather started to change, it is a little bit darker. It's a lot of clouds in the sky and it's starting to get late. So yeah, I think we are going to end today's episode right over here. So thank you all so much for tuning in once again. I really appreciate every view, every like. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I will appreciate it very much. And then until the next time, cheerio for now.